Alright guys, welcome back. This is Oprelia, and today we're going to be looking into this new update by Black Forest Labs. They came up with the new model known as FLUX.1 Kontext, which is dual purpose, so it can do text-to-image generation, but it also can do a lot of image editing, which is very, very superb. So here, for example, we have an image where a woman has a snowflake on her face, and then you can prompt the snowflake out of her face. There's going to be still some kind of weird stuff on her lip and the teeth. But this one's a lot more impressive, where there's basically snow added into the city. And as you can see, the character is not itself really changing at all. When you do this on GPT-4o, you make the character alterations, the character actually changes drastically. Yes, it's reminiscent of the original character, but the character really doesn't stay very consistent when you do changes. That's what I really noticed. And there's a lot of different types of style changes that you can do. You can put the characters in different environments. You can change their style. There's also text prompting. It's not really this good as you can see on this screen. So I'm just going to be saying that, you want to do a lot of text things. You're not going to be getting very, very good results based on at least what I was trying. And there's even zoom-ins, changing art into real photographs, and changing a character into a Muppet, and then or claymation, I guess in this case, and then moving the claymation into some other environment, which is really, really cool. So a lot of different functionalities and things that you can basically do with it as of right now. And I have to say, these demo things are very impressive, but our actual things that we're going to be experimenting here today going to be getting us the same results. Now there's two different models available. We have the Max and the Pro. The Max is the better quality one. And this is also available. We're going to be going through their own platform known as the Flux Playground. But it is also available on FreePic. It's on Leonardo. It's on OpenArt. It's on Comfy UI. It's on LTX. And I'm also going to be adding a couple of referral links down below. So in case you're going to be impressed with the Flux can do, and this is the right option for what you are trying to achieve in terms of image prompting, maybe you're going to be considering joining under my referral links and supporting my work. And then there's a dev version which is going to be coming out soon. So I believe maybe in a month or so. But let's actually jump into the platform here. So this is kind of like the Flux Playground. Let me show you a couple of prompts which are shown here on the main screen. And these are not from the community, so there's no community feed available on the Flux Playground, which kind of sucks. I kind of like that there's a bit of ideas which are circling around, and then you can have an idea of what people are prompting, and you get some ideas yourself, you get inspired. I think that's like the great process about AI, that we can see other people's works, but then again, there are things that you want to be private, and you don't want people copying you, and etc. And here we have a traffic thing. That's pretty impressive. Are all the cars actually going in the same direction? No, they're not. So this is not consistent, logically consistent, but I didn't expect it to be. And it can do text, but I have to say that the text is not really as good as the ones that are going to be showing here today. I think, well, we're going to be trying it out. So let's go into a bit of my history over here, which I have prompted out. And well, first of all, as you can see, there's not a lot of censorship here. There's not like you can't do actual porn or anything, but there's like it's pretty free in terms of compared to GPT-4o, which is very censored. Let's be honest about it. So you have to trick around a lot, and if you trick around a lot, you might get a warning and you might get closed. So it can do a bit more, and I didn't even like add like big boobs or anything into the prompt. It just like did them. So like I had an idea like, okay, this is what you like. And these are pretty impressive in my opinion. We had a couple of other photos here, which I tried out in the other prompting things. And these turned out to be pretty good. Weird watermark over here, but whatever. And this was done on Max. And here is the Pro version. It's obviously done on different dimensions. But you can see that there's a bit of a drop in quality. So those other ones that on the up row were definitely a lot more higher quality. In my opinion. Then I tried to do the whole panda thing, which was on the, well, actually that was not actually on the front screen, that was on the recording, but that didn't turn out to be that good here with these. We had I tried to do Pepe. It did kind of like a weird Muppet Kermit mixture instead. And then I had futuristic character here. This one came out very pixelated for some reason, and the background is just really weird. I tried to also do young Asian female, and it did a male, so that was interesting. So these were not done on Max. And here I had like a character like do some alterations, add the text ETH on the background. Only one of the images managed to do that, and there were a lot of alterations in the actual face of the character. But if we would did the same on GPT-4o, there would be a lot more alterations on the character's pose and everything on GPT-4o. So I think this is kind of very logically consistent in terms of the same character, but there are some alterations on the character itself which maybe you didn't want to see. Like here, for example, the quality drops a lot while compared to this one. And then I had like an expand feature, which is something that is a very good feature actually. When I find art, I want sometimes when I expand for thumbnail purposes or something else. So this is another one that is supported here, and this came out with pretty good results in my opinion. Given out that the original image was kind of like trying to do like maybe you could depict this background a bit of like water reflection or something. So it basically was able to play around with that. Another one where I wanted to add a Bitcoin logo into the shirt, it was able to follow that pretty well. This one didn't turn out to be that well. I'm gonna trash it. The other ones were actually pretty good. Then I tried to do the kind of ninja prompt, which I used with the other one on when I did the Ninja Chat review on the thumbnail. So another one here. These turned out to be kind of weird, but these were done on Pro again, so not on Max. So maybe that quality is going to be a bit different over here. And something like what I had that was done on Dreamina. And Dreamina, had the same problem with the weapons came out like very disfigured. So it wasn't really able to do them properly. And as you can see here, again, once again, very much cleavage. Then I tried to do like the thumbnail from yesterday, like, hey, can you add the text summer on the back of the character, on the background? Maybe actually the prompt was really bad. And it wasn't able to do it. It just did it on the front, and it didn't melt at all. Then I had an earlier thing where I wanted to add the text summer in to the clothing, and here it kind of somewhat did it. But as you can see, like it's not as good at doing this texting over here compared to GPT-4o. So let's do a couple of text over here. So I took a GPT-4 image, and let's just say that turn her into a toy figurine. And one of the things I like about this one is that it's pretty fast. So you're going to be getting out the prompts pretty good. And here you can edit. So the batch size is going to be 4. And there's going to be a safety tolerance. I don't know what is this going to mean. Like, what if we put 0 here? We could use unsampling. And, well, the end result is pretty good, but it didn't like keep the background the same. Okay, let's try that. So action toy figure, maybe that's the one we want to go for, and we don't need as many prompts. And I think it's let's actually see that how much it's costing us. So I have 777 credits right now, and we're going to be prompting out 2 images, how much it's going to be costing us. So it's the buy in this platform is 1 cent per image. And okay, we had basically the same result. It wasn't able to really follow our instructions over here, but okay, let's try another image to experiment with. So once again, you're going to be getting all types of different results with these types of platforms, and they're not always going to be following the way you want it to, and that's why it's very important to kind of test these things yourself and not look at the demo. Give the man socks in his feet. On his feet. Maybe that's probably something I would have probably added out. And in this edit feature, you can't actually choose which is going to be the max or something. Okay, it's content moderator. Make the man wear socks. And as you can see, I was actually charged quite a lot from those previous prompts. So it's not 1 image for 1 credit. Okay, we can't work with this image. So there is some type of censorship over here. Let's try to do the same image if it would allow us to do. And so you can map it out certain things like that. Add sock. Maybe it will able to now follow the instructions much more closer and much more better. There are probably some other models, other services aside from the Flux Playground, which might be able to give this service a lot more cheaper. I mean, the prompting is pretty fast in my opinion, so I have no complaints about that. It might be even too fast. Okay, so it clearly can't do a sock on the thing. Let's do an expand. So let me show that process here. So once again, Let's try to do the goth image here, and let's add some, maybe we want to see on this side a bit more. And let's do 2 different edits. So we're going to be doing like adding another character. Maybe I'm going to do like a normal city prompt here, expanding the city. Okay, pretty good results. And the blurriness is not consistent over here though. So it kind of starts to change. So let's add a ghost to this side. Let's add spectral ghost, realistic spectral ghost. And once again, like, I don't know when you use the expand, fill, and edit, is it using the max version or the pro version? These kind of look more like the pro things. And as a last experiment, let's try to do some type of a prompt from ChatGPT and see the actual generation. Well, it didn't do a ghost. Now there's a ghost, which is not a spectral, definitely. This one maybe turned out to be the best, but not a very good quality. So it's not able to do everything. This is actually not very good results at all. Maybe I could enhance the prompt better. Maybe I have to do some editing. But kind of like comparing it to GPT-4o, you generally just want to have like a good quality stuff, without like being a prompting expert. Like that should never be the case, that I have to be super good at prompting to get like the best results I actually want. So I'm just going to be taking out some random image here from... And we're going to be doing, let's do 2 pro versions. I'm going to be showing you the end results. So I'm going to be doing a portrait of this 916. Let's do 2 in pro, and then let's do 2 in max as well with the same settings. And you can see a bit of the end result. Oh my god, this is one of the things I don't like about it. It's just kind of like changing out the dimensions. So here we have Black Queen over here, and just to showcase the so as you can see, the max version is so much more better. This is almost like a playful, not taking seriously. It's kind of wild actually in its depiction over here, and these are not too bad either, but a bit of pixelation on the other one, but these are not. And this would have been the actual picture in ChatGPT. Take her crown away. She's no longer a queen, okay? Let's see how that will turn out. Is it able to do that? So kind of like wrapping things up here, I think some of the quality stuff is really, really good, but in terms of like, it's not really following any of the orders I basically give it. Maybe I can do like maybe you need to, I don't know, like fill, maybe in fill I can do this better. So let's just try to do remove the crown. So it wasn't being too super successful in terms of the prompts over here, but it's in terms of the editing. So the expanding is probably the best feature it has right now, and it does text with kind of wide array of results. And but in terms of the prompt quality, I'm still saying that I kind of like it. So even though there's a lot of these flaws right now, maybe I just need to get better at the prompting stuff. Yeah, as you can see, the crown is not leaving her head. So I guess she's going to be staying the queen. But that's kind of what I have to say here. It's not perfect, but it's okay at doing certain things. And I would probably love to see a lot more improvements over here. And it might be kind of like falling into this category that you just have to keep prompting so long until you're going to be getting the results you want. And that's always, kind of the case with certain types of things. It sometimes takes time, and you're just not going to be getting it on the first try. But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more reviews on the channel. I will be seeing you very, very soon.